would be fine.
Not like India, right, Bhante?
Correct. Not like India. Oh, very devastating, India.
Yes, very.
Okay?
No, wait.
Okay.
Okay, Bhante, it's all set. Something. You may start.
Okay. I start, Okay. นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ May my homage to the Blessed One, to the Worthy One, to the fully enlightened One. Very good evening, everyone, and very respectfully, dear Venerable Sirs around the globe, my friends in Dhamma around the globe, especially our friends in Indonesia. Before sharing the knowledge related to the Buddhist happy life, I would like to express my sincere thanks to Brother Mickey for inviting me to deliver a Dhamma Talk for Buddhist Channel in Indonesia. And as you all remember, in my previous talk, I shared about why we are becoming short-lived, ugly, and sick. And the reason is because the decline of morality, the decline of spirituality. When the entire humanity is declining their own spirituality, naturally they will encounter a lot of calamities, a lot of issues in their life. So what we are experiencing today is the result of our own action, of our own deed. So this is the Buddhist philosophy. What goes around comes around. Human being destroying, killing, stealing, involving in sexual misconduct, so on and so forth. So we are experiencing everything because of our own deed. So today I will share with you a Buddhist perspective on happy lifestyle. Let me say this, everything we are experiencing right now, including COVID-19, is the result of the way we live. So the lifestyle is about the way we live. And that is why I have selected this topic to share with you about Buddhist perspective, how to have a happy lifestyle, and what kinds of ingredients include in Buddhist lifestyle. And as you know, Buddhism is very broad, very profound, and very complicated a topic to discuss, to cover within 1 hour. But I'm trying my best to share with you the teachings, theories which are practical and simple and especially relevant to your day-to-day activities. Buddhism, everything in Buddhism is practical, but I will share the practical and simple techniques and the most relevant ones that you can apply, that you can integrate for your life. Before starting, I just remind you that there are many discourses describing, relating about the holistic approach for happy lifestyle. Why I use the word holistic approach? It means it includes everything there. That is why I use the word holistic approach for happy lifestyle. When we dissect the Mahamangala discourse, the Mahamangala Sutta, the 38 factors for auspicious life or for happy life, when you profoundly interpret from the first stanza until the final one, you can understand that every lifestyle which Buddha taught is there, starting from the social life, educational life, professional life, and then family life, religious life, and the final one is spiritual life. It means that in order to lead a very happy life, a productive lifestyle, you have to include everything into your life. Just having the family life, social life, professional life, educational life is not enough. You have to add something into your life in order to remain happy and mentally stronger. That is religious life and spiritual life. So there are many discourses that, as I told you, talking about the holistic approach for happy lifestyle. Like another one is Vyagapaja Sutta, and another one is Singalovada Sutta, and so on and so on. But just let me remind you what Buddha taught in the Vyagapaja Sutta. There was a Brahmin, Vyagapaja. He came to the Buddha and raised a question that, Dear Venerable Sir, I am a householder, enjoying everything, having a family, having kids. Do you have any kinds of teaching that I can benefit my life, that I can lead my life happily? So the Buddha gave 8 conditions. So the 4 conditions is for the household life, and another 4 is for the spiritual progress or the spiritual life. And I don't go into detail because we are not going to discuss about the discourse, but I want to share with you that Buddhism holds a very holistic approach or view in terms of leading the happy lifestyle. And then let me remind you another verse, and it is very famous one, it is very popular one. Arogya Paramalabha, Santutti Paramang Dhanang, Visasa Paramanyati, Nibbanang Paramang Sukhang. The translation goes like this. Healthiness is the best gift, is the best profit in life. Contentment or mental happiness or mental health is the ultimate gift. Trustworthiness or the trusted friends are the relatives. And the final one, Nibbanang Paramang Sukhang. Enlightenment or the final blissfulness is the greatest bliss. So this is the translation. So when you carefully analyze the words, you can understand that there are 4 dimensions of life that Buddha recommended us to integrate into our life. Let me say it in simple words. First one is physical health, and the second one is mental health, and the third one is social health, and the final one is spiritual health. So the final one is the highest level that each and every one of us must reach, must accomplish. Spiritual health, the spirituality. Or in another term, we can say that physical health, and the second one is, I can say, the worldly happiness. Because in Buddhism there are many kinds of happiness in Anguttara Nikaya, but basically there are 2 kinds of happiness. One is worldly happiness, or we can say mundane happiness, and another one is supramundane happiness, unworldly happiness. So this is the most important and the foremost goal that every and single of us must accomplish, must reach. That is the nirvana. So bringing up the facts, describing in different discourses, to be honest, in order to let you know that in order to lead a very happy lifestyle, you need everything. You need a holistic aspect of life. So before describing what is the happy lifestyle and it includes, I want you to understand that if you want to be happy, if you want to have a very happy lifestyle, you have to change the way of your life. You have to change the way of your life. You have to create a new aspect of life. Just convince yourself that life is not about eating, clothing, housing, medicine, and so on. It's beyond that. That is, I want to say, when human beings understand that life is not about only food, clothing, housing, medicine, and so on, the entire humanity will be at ease, will be in happiness, will be in security. That is why we want to share with you. Okay, so before going more detail about the approaches for the happy lifestyle, let me tell you a story for you to understand about a Buddhist perspective about happy lifestyle. There was a village, and there are many families living there, and but there is a family, but only wife and husband, they're living together. And unfortunately, as you know, we have to die. So one day the husband passed away due to some reason. He passed away. And when the time passed by, the wife was missing him, missing the husband. So she decided to meet the fortune teller to ask him what happened to his husband, to her husband, and to talk with her husband. So, you know, there are some astrologers or fortune tellers have the ability to connect themselves with the spirits or with the ones who pass away. Okay, so she went to the fortune teller and started telling him about her husband. Then the fortune teller used some technique and brought back her husband. It means that he let the spirit of her husband enter his body. So they started talking. Then the wife asked, "How are you?" Then the husband said, "I'm fine. How about the food? Everything is great." And then, okay, so how about the housing? Okay, I have it and it's very comfortable. It's fine, everything is fine. And then how about making friends? Oh, they are very friendly. I have a lot of friends. Okay, so to her surprise, because when, you know, she started talking to herself, thinking that this man, when he was living with me, he doesn't do anything. Squaring, drinking, bad behavior, never getting with people, always, scoring with everyone, even with his friends. So how can he be in such a lifestyle? He has everything: food, housing, good friends. Then she started asking again, in which heaven are you? Okay, in which heaven are you? And the man said, no, I'm not in heaven. So the lady, the grandpa, I used the word the grandpa, started asking again, where the hell you are? He replied, no, I am a rabbit. I am born as a rabbit. So rabbit has everything, the food, because the grass are there, and housing, trees, and he has many friends. So the purpose of telling this story, I want you to know that just having enough food, or just eating, or clothing, or housing, or just having friends is not the purpose of life. Animals have that, and there are many lucky animals or fortunate animals. Even the dogs and the cats are raised by royal families, or the actress living in a very comfort zone. So there are many animals, they has everything, but that is not the life. This is not life according to Buddhist perspective. So I will share with you today. So according to Buddhist perspective, so I bring it up everything from the discourses to share with you about the happy lifestyle, and hopefully in future we will talk in more detail, hopefully next Dhamma Talk. So happy lifestyle includes, okay, one is physically healthy lifestyle. First one is physically healthy lifestyle. Second one is mentally healthy lifestyle, and the third one is socially healthy lifestyle, and the final one is spiritually healthy lifestyle. So there are 4 dimensions of happy lifestyle. Okay, let me remind you. First one is physical health, second one is mental health, and the third one is social health, and the final one is spiritual health. Buddhism discusses everything about this, and each dimension can be divided into many aspects in many ways, but because of the time restraint, let us briefly discuss it, and you can find more from the scriptures, from different Dhamma talks. So let us go to the physically healthy lifestyle. As I told you earlier, to survive as human being, we need food, we need cloth, we need house, and we need medicine. So this is called the basic requisites, the 4 basic requisites in Buddhism, we call it. And monks also need that, and as human beings you also need it. So food, clothes, housing, and medicine. But when you learn to eat your food as your medicine, you will be healthy. That is the point that I want to address. When you mindfully and carefully consume what you have earned, your life will be at ease, your life will be happy. Okay, so for example, food. So according to Buddhism, we must consume, we must use these 4 mindfully, or with the right understanding, with the right view. First one, food. That is why Buddha said, Mattanyuta Chabattasming. Moderation in eating. In simple sentence, I would say, eat enough, not eat too much. Okay. Eat enough, not eat too much. So this is the Buddhist recommendation, because we are sometimes very greedy to the flavor, to the taste, or to different kinds of food. And you know what happened? Obesity, different kinds of diseases you will experience, you will suffer from. That is why the first step to be taken by you is mindfully consume your food. In Buddhism, we say, eat enough, not too much. and when we eat, okay, or when we are taking breakfast, or when we are taking lunch, or when we are taking dinner, we are advised to do it mindfully or with right reflection or with right attitudes. It means that we are eating or we are having breakfast or lunch or dinner for the sake of our body, just for living, not not living to eat. We eat for living, we eat to survive. So when we keep practicing with these kinds of right attitudes, our greediness will reduce. So the benefit is you will become physically healthy, because you are not the slave of your own tongue. You control your tongue. That is why you are becoming physically healthy. So this is one aspect. And another aspect is after eating, according to Buddhist philosophy, we are recommended to do a walking meditation. After every and each meals, you must walk. And according to the medical researchers, we are not allowed to sit or lying down after having meal, because it disturbs our digestive system. Okay, so according to Buddhism, after having meal, we are recommended to have a walking meditation. And that is why there are 5 benefits of walking meditation. Let me remind you. The first one is the meditator who practices walking meditation benefits the ability to walk for long distance. So it means that your body is strong. That is why you can walk long distance without being tired. Okay. And the second one is the meditator who practices walking meditation will experience the great tolerance or endurance. It means that you will have the ability to engage in any kinds of activities with patience, with tolerance, with endurance, that you can bear more than others. And that is why as meditators we are advised to practice walking meditation, because it helps us to sit longer and longer, because it develops our endurance, our tolerance to remain calm, to remain non-reactive to any kinds of pain occurring in our different parts of the body. And the third one is you will be free from diseases, illnesses. And the fourth one is your digestive system will be very healthy. And the final one is your concentration will develop. So these are the 5 benefits of practicing walking meditation. So let me remind you again, out of 5, I want to bring your attention to the 3 which are beneficial and very helpful to remain physically healthy. Okay, You will build up a physical ability to walk for long distance, physically healthy. If you are not physically healthy, you cannot walk very long distance. And you will be free from different kinds of illnesses. And the final one is your digestive system will be healthy. Because so many people around the world are suffering, from gastritis, because many reasons for that, according to the medical researchers, because the food we consume are not digested properly, or another reason is we eat
Recording stopped.
What happened? We do not eat as advised by the doctors. According to medical researchers, we are not allowed to having dinner after 7 or 8 o'clock. Because there is a reason. If you having dinner after 7 or 8, the meal you consume will not be digested properly. Because according to the medical researchers, they said that your digestive system doesn't work, or they are having rest after 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. So it is very understandable that the benefits or the advantages of observing the 8 precepts or 10 precepts, like monks, like nuns. So monks and nuns are not having heavy, I use it sometimes, heavy food, but not having dinner. We are allowed only having a soft drink. So in today's society, fasting is so much popular, a lot popular. Fasting helps a lot to heal your digestive system, and people spend thousands of dollars to attend the course, to learn how to do the fasting. But it's very simple. When you train to observe 8 precepts or 10 precepts, your body will be used to that. And one hand, it will be
recording in progress.
On one hand, it will be useful for your physical health. On the other hand, it will be useful for your spiritual health. So 1 in 2. So when you learn to observe the precepts, you will be benefited, not only the physical health, but the spiritual health. So there are many things to be discussed, to be elaborated in the context of physically healthy lifestyle, but let me stop here. We move to the mentally happy lifestyle. Okay, so here I would like you to understand that how to remain happy has householders, because you are not monk, you are not nun, you are having family, you are having kids, so much responsibility. So how to remain happy, how to lead your life with happiness? So this point is very important. Mentally happy lifestyle. Here I would like to recommend you to practice the 10 meritorious deeds in Buddhism. Okay, starting from dana, but I don't describe all. Let me share a few of them. So according to remain happy, first you have to understand what is the meaning of punya, what is the meaning of merit in Buddhism. Okay, merit in Buddhism is a device, I call it a device or entity that cleanses your mind or purifies your mind. And how does it purify? That is, you have to understand. For example, our mind is, perturbed. Our mind is, our mind is blurred by we call it the stinginess, okay, stinginess or greediness or covetousness. Everyone mind, including monks, if you don't practice. So our mind is impure. Our mind is impure because of greediness, covetousness, or stinginess. So when we practice generosity or sharing or giving, our mind will be purified by generosity. It means generosity, the intention of generosity or being generous will replace the stinginess. And that is why punya or merit is defined as the entity cleansing the mind. So to remain happy, at the beginning, that's why I told you, just eating, having family, housing or cars is not enough. You have to cultivate some mental qualities which make you happy. So in order to make you happy, you learn to share, you learn to give. I'm not saying that you must give everything to the monks or to the nuns. No, it's not about that. Giving or sharing or generosity can be practiced to anyone according to Buddhist philosophy. So just do what makes you happy. That is why in Mahamangala Sutta, the discourse describing about the 38 factors for auspicious life, there is a verse, there is a stanza, Dhanang cha dhammacariya cha nyatakanang cha sangho, or mata pitu upattanang, like that. So giving or sharing or hospitality or treatment to the relatives, it means that you can share with everyone, or you can share even with your family. You can share what you have even with your friends, with your relatives. So it reflects your mental well-being, that you learn to give, because stinginess or covetousness, greediness make you suffer. It's it is, impure your mind, make your mind dirty. So when your mind is full of dirtiness, including stinginess, you can be happy according to Buddhism. So that is why if you want to be happy, you must learn to share, you must learn to give. So giving is not about money, goods, or food. It's not only about that. It's more than that, because there is a story, a monk who went for alms round and a beggar, and I think you know that there is a conversation between them, and the monk went for alms round, went for begging, and met a beggar, and the monk stopped there. The beggar started talking, telling the monk that I have nothing to give you, I am poor. And the monk replied back, you are not poor. And the beggar said, I am poor, you see, I have nothing. The monk started asking again, may I ask you some questions? Yes, sure. Do you have mouth? The beggar said, yes. You can smile. So this is kinds of giving. The story is quite long, and the monks ask, you have hands, you have legs. It means you can render your services, you can help someone, you can clean the temple, you can clean the road, you can do something with your 2 hands and with your 2 legs. So what I want to say here, giving or sharing is not only food, clothes or house or car or simply the materiality. You can share your smile to make someone happy, to make someone day full of refresh. And another sharing is Dhamma sharing, like Buddhist Channel is doing. We can share that. So the most important thing is our intention. We want someone to be happy. We want someone to be benefited, from our action. We do it out of compassion. We do it out of full understanding. So this is sharing. And so to be mentally happy, you have to do more, and you have to learn how to manage your stress. You learn how to manage your anger, and there are so many. But for a whole life, giving is the best way to practice. Giving is the best way to practice to make you happy. But let me remind you, you must give, you must share with happiness. You do it with understanding, and don't focus on the amount of the money or amount of food you give. You must focus on your intention. You must focus on your understanding. You must focus on your compassion, because there are many stories in Buddhist scripture. There is a man, he wanted to offer a flower to the Buddha, but unfortunately the king have collected all the flowers, because he is the powerful man in the country. But anyway, he went to the flower garden, or where the farmers are planting the flowers, and he went there, and the farmers told him not to enter the park, because the flowers were taken by the royal officers, but he said it's okay. I will go and search. So fortunately he found 8 flowers falling down on the grass. So he picked up the 8 flowers and show them to the farmers. Dear friend, I found 8 flowers. And then, because the confidence, because of the faithfulness towards the Buddha, the man didn't take the flowers without giving money to the farmer. The man gave the money to the farmers, and the farmer said, no, I don't need, I don't want, because they are not real flowers, because they have fallen down on the ground. The man said, no, you must accept. Anyway, the man just put the money somewhere, and he took the flowers and offered to the Buddha. And according to scripture, he was born in heaven. So from this story, what I want to tell you is, intention is very important. Are you happy? For doing that? Is your intention is pure? Is your intention is we call it is your intention is calm or pure? So this is the question you ask yourself, and you must train yourself every day, whatever you do, not only giving. So as you know, there are the 10 bases of meritorious deeds, and hopefully in future we can share about that, how to do practice or accumulate merits full of betterment from a psychological point of view. And another one, let me share, is respectfulness. So when you learn to respect someone, you learn to respect to your father, you learn to respect to your mom, your wife, your husband, your daughter, so your teacher, will make you mentally stronger, because you cultivate something from within. Respectfulness replaces the arrogance, or replaces the deceit, or I call it super ego, or being big-headed. You learn to respect. This is very important. So when you practice more and more the respectfulness, you will become mentally stronger. So because of the time restraint, let me move to the social health, or socially healthy lifestyle. But I don't talk it in detail, because I want to share with you the spiritually healthy lifestyle. So socially happy lifestyle is about how you keep your interpersonal relationships. You must fulfill your responsibility full of respect, full of accountability. If you are a husband, you must be a good husband. If you are a wife, if you are a daughter, if you are a boss, if you are a politician, whoever you are, when you are living in the society, if you want to remain socially healthy, you must maintain your relationship in a very productive way. It means you must do your responsibility out of compassion. You must do your best for the sake of everyone around you. If you are a teacher, your intention is to make your students smart. You are paid, it's okay. it's all right, but don't focus, not only focus on the money, but you focus on sharing the knowledge. And for more detail, you can refer to the Singalowada Sutta. And because there are responsibilities, duties between the wife and husband, children and parents, so you can refer to it. So what I want to say is Buddhist lifestyle, Buddhist happy lifestyle includes everything. That is my point, so we don't go into detail today. And the final one is spiritually healthy lifestyle. I think the final one is the most important aspect that we must integrate into our life. You know why? Because everyone is suffering, because they don't have spirituality, they don't know how to practice spirituality, they don't know how to boost their spirituality, and they are in a big darkness. Why we should need spirituality. That is why there are many suicidal attempts, suicides, depression. People suffer from depression, anxiety, simply the mental disorders or mental diseases, because they don't know the way to control their mind. So this is, I call it spirituality. And even we haven't reached the enlightenment, but progress in spirituality is important. Especially the COVID-19. There are many people are suffering from different mental diseases, worrying, losing expectation, depression, anxiety, fear, a lot of mental calamities people are experiencing. So today I'm not sharing the technique how to develop it. I may share it in future talk, but I want to say these mental faculties are the element, ingredients to develop your spirituality. You must develop these mental faculties if you want to be spiritually happy. And first one is, I use it, imperturbability. In Buddhism we use it upekha. In Mangala Sutta you can refer to it Puthasaloka Dhammehi Chittang Yasana Kampati. It means that when we train our mind not to be shaken, moved, or perturbed by the external circumstances, external calamities, external criticism, external problems, Buddha said, we are the winner. So that is why we are recommended to practice imperturbability. This is the ability not to be depressed, not to be afraid of, not to be shaken, not to be moved when something happened in your life. For example, COVID-19. Here we train our mind to remain calm, or we train our mind to remain equanimous. We call it equanimity. We train our mind to remain equanimous, or the popular term is we train our mind to remain non-reactive to whatever happen, or remain calm. So according to Buddhist perspective, by nature, it is common, it is normal, it is natural that we have to face ups and downs in life. We call it Attaloka Dhamma, the 8 worldly conditions. 8 worldly conditions. Everyone in the world, even including the Buddha, must encounter this. Labha, alabha, ayasa, yasa, and so on. It means that gain, ungain, sometimes we will have what we are planning for, and sometimes no. This is life. Sometimes happiness, sometimes sadness, sometimes we are given a lot of compliments, we are praised, we are highly appreciated sometimes, but sometimes we are insulted, we are condemned, we are criticized, we are blamed, and sometimes we are surrounded by thousand billion of people, many friends, sometimes no one, we are alone. So what I want to, this is life. Life is a fluctuation, ups and downs, ups and downs. You cannot expect everything to be perfect every day. Even your wife, even your husband, even your child, sometimes even monk. So this is you have to, this mental quality, this mental faculty or this mental quality must be developed, must be cultivated if you want to remain spiritually happy. You know why? Even the entire world is in destruction, is in chaos. You will remain okay because you have trained your mind to remain equanimous, to remain imperturbed. That is why we call it imperturbability. So there are many mental faculties that we should develop. So but let me end today, and we will share more about the technique. But today I just bring up the idea how to lead a very happy lifestyle according to Buddhism, and I did not talk it into detail, and you know that because it's very broad when it comes to the physical health, when it comes to the mental health, when it comes to the social health, and when it comes to the spiritual health. It might take a few talks to finish, but today I just share with you that life is not about having only food, clothes, housing, and medicine, so on and so forth. You must, if you want to be happy, that is the issue. If you want to be happy, if you want to have a very good lifestyle, full of refreshment, full of positivity, full of optimism, full of kindness, full of compassion, you have to bring all the aspects into your life. Not only the money, but your physical health, your mental health, your social health, and your spiritual health. So thank you. And finally, if any shortcomings during my talk, I am seeking your apology. And by the merits we have gained today, wish everyone a longevity, happiness, and all the success in your life by the power of merits we have gained today. May you all be well and happy. Let us share our merits with our departed ones. May they all be well and happy. May everyone in the world be well and happy and free from suffering. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bante.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I will take and
Recording stopped.
Sorry, brother.
Yes, Bante. I just have disconnected later. Right.
I will send my Facebook.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let us continue in the Facebook Messenger, Bante.
Okay.
Thank you
Brother.
very much, Bante.
Okay, my pleasure.
I will end this meeting.
Okay.